Hey, today I'm going to be talking to you about referrals. Now, if you remember, and you've been attending our meetings, we've been on a series, and it's how you generate income. What we started with was you generate business through I-generated. We talked about that. Remember, we had Brian Eisenhower, and we even had Jared James come on and talk about how you can use your Core 100 and events, and that's what we call I-generated business. That's business with your sphere of influence. Those are the people you know, like, and trust. And they're going to call you once they know you're in the industry, and the team can help you give some credibility. We talked about we-generated business, and Christina and Lorenzo did a great job of sharing with you and our coaches all the ways you can generate business using our social media. We'll create it, you post it, it's we-generated. And we talked about team-generated. Joe came on with a balloon, if you remember that, and said that your team-generated business, which comes from marketing, through concierge, scheduled on your calendar, and that's a team-generated client, and that should really help supplement your business. Shouldn't be your entire business, but it should supplement it. And so last week we took a slightly different direction, and we went to what we now call secondary source of income. Those we team, that was your primary source. Now we're on secondary source, and we learned last week from Miss Rosenhofer herself, if you remember that. We learned about partnerships, and that's how we partner together, because we're a team of specialists. So we're not exclusivity, we are specialists. So we are a team of specialists, meaning that we are a buyer specialist or a listing specialist, and we partner with one another to provide our clients the very best service. And that's a partnership, and that's happening within our team. And it's happening geographically throughout the San Francisco Bay Area and Sacramento County. Today, I want to talk to you about a powerful way that you can generate income through referrals. Referrals are not partnerships within our team. It's the Bay and the Sacramento area. This is outside of those communities. And how many people here know somebody who has moved outside of the Bay or Sacramento County by show of hands? They moved to Nevada, Arizona, Idaho, Washington, Texas, Tennessee. Like, all of this is happening every day, and a significant amount of people are making the move. If we're really about helping our clients, if we're really about serving them and providing them the kind of service they're excited to tell a friend about, does our service have to end in Northern California? There is no walls on our service territory. You can serve them when they're moving to Tennessee. You can serve them if they're moving to New York City. You can serve them if they're moving to Florida or into Arizona, Idaho, Washington. Now, we need team members in that area. We need specialists in that area that can serve them. We call it a referral. So let's kind of take a look at what referrals looking. So you see the primary source of income with the three gray gears, the we team, and that should be the bulk of your income, but it should not be your only income. There's a supplemental income, and we call it supplemental because the checks are generally a little smaller than what you get on your primary source of income, but it should balance out and create a well-rounded, healthy business by having supplemental income, including partnership, referrals, and what I'm going to talk to you about next week with recommendations. Why is this topic so important? And I want you to listen to me very, very clearly. So put down your phone. Maybe if you're scrolling Google or Facebook, I want you to really concentrate on this. Listen, I am convinced that the most successful real estate agents, the most successful team members on our team, they don't have a to-do list. They have a not to-do list. In other words, they focus very, very clearly on three things. If you're a buyer or listing specialist, lead, or coach on our team, if you focus on these three things, you will win in real estate. If you get distracted and the next thing you know, you're on the bowling league, you're on the golf course, you're not focusing on these activities, you're doing other things, you're spending your time on social media or on your email or whatever, then you're going to have average results. But if you are extremely focused and you focus on three things, you're going to be wildly successful in real estate. Those three things are simple. You generate customers. Number two, you convert those customers to clients, then to contract, then to close, then to that $1 million commission that Jesus was talking about, right? That's it. We are a team of base hitters, not home run hitters. So don't try to hit a home run every time you show somebody a home. Nurture them until they're ready. So number one, we generate new customers. That's what we're talking about today with iWE Team, primary and supplemental. Then we convert them from contacts to customer to client, client to contract, contract to close, close to a commission. We're base hitters. And number three, which is critically important, it's the heartbeat behind everything we do, is the clients that you serve, you provide them the kind of experience they're excited to tell a friend about. Do those three things all day, every day. That's your job description. That's what we do. And the iWE Team is a really critical part of how you're going to generate that business. So today I want to focus and go deep on this gear of referrals. And so we've talked about what is a referral. It's to another licensed real estate agent, cannot be an unlicensed, to a licensed real estate agent outside of our service market, outside of the San Francisco Bay and the greater Sacramento region. So this might be out of state. This might be in a different, in Southern California. It might be way up north. It's a market that we don't cover, and we look for real estate agents. I'll tell you how to do that. So why is this such an important topic, LG? Give me your next slide. Why is this such an important topic? Is because people are moving. There we go. Why are people moving? This is brand new, hot off the press. The ink isn't even dry on this yet. And this came from the 2020 Housing Market Survey. This is the quality of, well, this is what's the question that was asked of those who moved out of California. What was the primary reason for changing a county? They moved out of the county. What was the primary reason for the changing? The first time in my history of being in real estate, housing affordability took second place to quality of life. Quality of life, 22.2%. The number one reason why people moved is they said it was quality of life. Number two was housing affordability. I saw a post that Danielle Brode posted earlier this week about a beautiful property out of state. It was absolutely gorgeous. It was right around $500,000. Housing affordability is a major issue. Some people are moving because they want to be closer to family or relative. Some people want a second home or a job change, or they don't want to be on Highway 4. They're looking for a shorter commute to work, school. They want to work from home, or they want a better quality school. Maybe they're retiring, or maybe there's some other reason. But these are the reasons why people are moving out of our primary markets, the San Francisco Bay and Sacramento County, into other counties and into other states and other areas. So where are they moving to? LG, take me to that next slide. So this is a trajectory of what's happened since 2005. I'm gonna move my little window here. And notice that the first category says that people are moving within the same county. 36% of people are moving within the same county that they currently reside in, according to 2020. This is hot off the press. Just came out this week. 18% are moving to another county in California. 18% are moving to another county in California. Why did we go to Sacramento? Because it's the #1 destination of Bay Area residents, is that greater Sacramento region. We have a lot of our team members that serve that market. Look at this, number 3, 30%, almost 1 in 3 of your clients, where are they moving? They're moving out of state. But notice they're not moving out of the country. Only 1% of the people surveyed moved out of the United States. And 15% don't know where they're moving to. They have no idea. They're wondering if Disneyland is offering residency. So what we're seeing is that the bulk of people, they're moving in a county, they're moving into another county in California, or 30% of them are moving out of state. So where are they moving out of state? LG, let's take us to the next slide. So where are they moving out of state? Look at this. This is a representative of the Sacramento metro market. This represents those that were in Sacramento and they have moved out of Sacramento and out of state. Okay, and they've moved to cheaper counties. Look at this. 8,920 families moved to Nevada. Look at how many people are moving to Nevada. They moved from the greater Sacramento area in Nevada. Idaho's popular, 7,035. Look at Oregon. Oregon's 6,537 people have moved to Oregon. This is over an 8-year period of time from 2010 to 2018. Colorado was popular. You'd probably know of several other places like Washington. I've seen a lot of people move to Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee has been booming. Certainly, we've seen a lot of people move to Texas, which I don't see on this list, right? So people are moving out of the area, and you can help them find an agent that can serve them there and do it in the same degree that you have served them here. So let's go to, do I have any other, no, I have no more other slides. Go ahead and drop the screen share, Lorenzo. I don't think we have any more slides here. Good, I want to be able to just talk to this group. So what is this saying? We've got about 1/3 of our clients that need help in areas and markets that we don't serve. You can find a real estate professional in that market. I'm going to post in the chat box here in just a minute 2 great places to help you find a real estate professional. One is the Jared James Coaching Group. There's about 13,000 13,000 real estate agents all across North America that are a part of that Facebook group. These are people that know our team because we share with this Facebook group frequently. So it's very easy, it's very convenient. They know of us, so when you reach out to them and say, hey, I'm with the Rick Fuller team, I have got a client that's moving into this area, who do you recommend? We're already gonna have some familiarity with them. Another place is the Brian Eisenhower Real Estate Agent Roundtable. By the way, I've also posted these in our Facebook group page, so it's there for you as well. And you can become a member of these. Just ask to join. They'll accept you. If you have any questions, let them know you work on the team. And this is another group that we spend a lot of time with. We spend a lot of time coaching Brian Eisenhower's coaching students. These are people where we have familiarity, we have name recognition, and very easy. All you've got to do is write in there, I've got a buyer, I've got a seller, they're thinking about moving to Idaho, they're thinking about moving to Texas, they're thinking about moving to Florida. Who do you recommend? And they'll give you some great recommendations. Let me tell you why I like these 2 groups. Really important, because these are people that think and have been trained the same way that many of you have, right? I mean, you started with the team and you started listening to Jared James and Jared James Blueprint. And so you've got that familiarity, you know the language, you understand how that operates. Same thing with Brian Eisenhower, and you've been watching the ICC modules. And so you know SOI, and you know about how we hire and how we recruit and how we train and all the DISC modules. All of that's there, and these are people that have the same resources. So when you say, hey, I know Brian Eisenhower, I've connected with Jared James, there's this connection that can help kind of draw us together. I think about the people that I have sent through groups like this to help make the transition from one area, the Bay Area or Sacramento County, to one of these other communities, and the client was so appreciative of it. Let me give you an example. Bill and Bob used to own a house. Bill and Bob owned a house off of Barmouth in Antioch, and they wanted a Del Webb community in Henderson, Nevada. So we used one of these groups. We connected with a really great real estate professional in that area, and they specialized in that Del Webb community. Beautiful area, beautiful community. When I made the connection from the Bill and Bob to this agent, they were able to work together. While I was busy selling their home, they were busy helping them find the home. We worked together to time the experience so that they had the best possible experience. They didn't have to move twice, and we were able to transition from one home to the next. I also think of Ron. Ron moved to Idaho, and Ron wanted a unique property in Idaho that was on 5 acres and that back to BLM. That's Bureau of Land Management. And Ron wanted one of these properties because he wanted to be able to go hiking in the woods, and he just loved the outdoor environment. And we found an agent through one of these groups that helped Ron find his property in Idaho that was on 5 acres that backed up, was adjacent to BLM property. So it opened up to the Bureau of Land Management, state or county property. Very, very cool. Ron was super appreciative that we reached out and made that connection to that agent. When I think about these groups, I think about one of the clients that we sent by the name of Bob and Kathy. And if Larry and Sue are on the call, they remember Bob and Kathy because they needed to 1031 and exchange a property that was in Texas, right outside of San Antonio, Texas. And Bob and Kathy had to needed a 1031 and exchange a property. If you're familiar with a 1031, there's some tight timelines. And we had to time the sale of their home on Sierra Drive and their property on Thornhill and the property outside of San Antonio, Texas. We needed a great agent that understood 1031 exchange. And so we used that 1031 exchange expert, and it provided our clients, Bob and Kathy, a great experience. So to the customer, what's the benefit of us referring? Well, the benefit is they trust you. And, you know, I want you to think about it this way. If you go into a doctor and the doctor says, hey, you really ought to see an ENT, an ear, nose, and throat specialist. They don't just send you out to go find one. They say, here's the one I would recommend that you meet with. You go in and you meet with a doctor and they say, you know, you really ought to meet with a podiatrist on that, you know, a foot doctor. They don't just say, go find one. They give you a name, a number, maybe a couple of people that you can talk to, and they make this referral, this recommendation to those professionals. How about if you've got a car and you take it into the automotive shop and you need to get a transmission rebuilt or a Cadillac converter, or you need to you know, have the rear end differential rebuilt. They don't just say, go find somebody. They give you some names and numbers of people you can contact. And that is in the customer's best interest because you can interview that person from the perspective of understanding their competence, while the customer interviews them for connection. You see the difference? You make the connection, you make the interview based on competence. I'm going to recommend this person, I'm going to refer this person because they know the area, because they got a lot of great Google reviews, because they're active on Zillow, they're selling properties in the community that you like, that you want to buy a home in or sell a property, and they understand a 1031 exchange. They know rural property. They live in the Del Webb community. This is a great referral for you. You know that as a real estate professional. Think of it this way. Who best to refer out an attorney? Isn't it another attorney? Who best to refer out a doctor? Isn't it another doctor? Who best to refer out another mechanic? Isn't it a mechanic? I mean, they have insights that we don't have in that profession, yes? Same thing for us. You have insight into the real estate profession. You have insight into what makes a great realtor. What makes a great real estate professional? So what's in it for the customer? Why would the customer want you to do this? Because they trust you and you can interview that agent. And I suggest you interview 3 of them and use the groups that we have. They'll usually get 4 or 5 different comments. Hey, talk to this person. I recommend this person. And you can interview them for competence. And then your customer interviews them for connection. Okay, do you see the difference? What's a connection? Like, hey, I get along with this person. I like this person. They've got a good charisma. We connect together. Isn't that what's important? Have you ever realized it's as simple as people need to know you, like you, and trust you? You can help them find the know and the trust. They make the connection that I like working with this person. All right, so that's what's in it for the customer. What's in it for you as a team member? Why do you want to go through this effort? Well, one of the benefits is that it is common and customary to receive anywhere from a 25% to a 30% referral fee. 25% to 30% referral fee. And perhaps you had 2, 3, maybe 4 phone calls making this connection between that agent out of state and your customer. You did 3, 4 phone calls. Is there a better use of your time? Is there anything that's greater leverage for you than to make 3 or 4 phone calls from your desk, make the connection and receive 25% of the gross commission, maybe even 30% of the gross commission? I would tell you there's very few things that create that kind of leverage like a referral. Very few things that take as little amount of time and have the maximum amount of profitability for you. You never showed a home. You never went on a listing appointment. You simply made the connection to a referral team, a referral partner that you can refer out, and now they can serve the client, help them. So what's in it for the team? We talked about what's in it for the customer. What's in it for the team? We talked about what's in it for the team member. What's in it for the team? The team, the entire purpose of our team, why we exist, from the time we open the door in the morning to the time we close it at night, it's to provide our customers the kind of experience they're excited about. That doesn't have any walls on it. That doesn't have any geographic territory. That statement doesn't end on Highway 5. It doesn't end on the Golden Gate Bridge. That statement, that heartbeat of who we are, takes care of our customers, whether we are the ones that write the offer or another agent, while we are the ones that list their home or another agent. What's in it for the team is that there's a mission. People never forget their last move, whether the move is local or not local, or whether they're one of the 30% that move out of state. And you can provide them that better experience, because nobody can pick out another realtor like a realtor, just like nobody can pick out another attorney like an attorney, doctor like a doctor. Okay, so you have these opportunities to refer. You're going to refer for competency. I think this person can help you. They have the competency, the background, the reviews, the past sales that represent what you need. They make the connection. Hey, I think I like this person. I think I want to work with this person. Yeah, I'll spend the day in the car with this person, getting to them, right? Like that, they make that connection. We provide those solutions. It becomes a win-win, a win for everyone around the table. And ultimately, at the end of the day, we continue with our core mission of providing our clients the kind of experience they're excited about. So these two Facebook group pages, you'll need to plug into those groups and ask to join them. If they have any questions, sometimes the moderator will come back and ask you, just say you're on the team. There's 20,000 people total in these two groups. Super easy. All you got to do is say, hey, I've got a referral for an agent wherever, and they'll give you a bunch of options. We also have a social media post that'll help you articulate this message to the customer. It puts this message that I'm giving to you on referrals, which is a supplemental way that you should be generating business. In addition to the I, we, team, partnerships, recommendation, you have referrals. And Christina, I'm going to turn it over to you to talk about the graphic that you've created and what that actually looks like and how they can use it going forward.
Okay, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to share this on our Facebook team page. And so you can see that it says, no matter where you're moving in the US, we've got you covered. We've worked with countless agents across the nation. We can find the perfect one to help you with your buying needs with Rick's Pros. And so here's our little moving graphic so you can share it and they know that you are the pro. And we've also created this Facebook page, and it talks about what Rick's Pros is, that Rick is a national real estate coach. And so not only do we have our team, but he connects and coaches agents across the nation. And so we know the best people and we can connect you with the best people. And so basically it says how it works, like Rick just mentioned, that you will interview and you will vet different agents. You'll bring the best to your clients, and you'll ask the tough questions, and they just need to connect with them. And so we have a little form on this page. And so anyone can go on this page and sign up. And then it also has in your message, do you have an agent on the Rick Fuller team? Please include their name in this message. So you'll get the credit and it will go, they'll know it's your client. And so you'll get the credit for that. And so we're going to start promoting this because you guys are awesome and we want to help you and your clients. So this was a great idea. Rick, thank you for promoting this and having this idea so we can all make more money and serve more people.